Ladies and gentlemen, back to the ECC stream for our final game of the day. It is Wind and Rain, stay fresh, and it is still me, Nico, and it is still Boyo,
Hello.
and we still have Faded behind the cameras here. So Boyo, if you want to just explain to the viewers how the last match went, what would you say?
Last match we've seen Wind and Rain take a dominant 3-0 win, and coming into this match they are looking strong here, and we're going to see if they can continue this streak of winning.
Yes, definitely. They were looking very good. They were controlling the midfield, which is something I'm personally a very sucker for. I really love when teams lock down their opponents and just suffocates them in defense, and they were doing a really good job of that last game. And if they can do the same thing against Stay Fresh here, I think Stay Fresh is in trouble. But what do you think about
Stay fresh. We'll need to see how they do here. Wind and Rain have looked strong, and well, to be fair, Stay Fresh are also 2 wins so far this season, so this could be a very close match actually. Sorry, in both teams 2, and we'll see if Stay Fresh can take advantage of the mistakes Wind and Rain were making in that last game, as much as they were very minuscule because of the scoreline of that game. But there were definitely some mistakes being made, and maybe Stay Fresh can take advantage of that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, as you said, they did make mistakes at times, but it wasn't many, and it wasn't even that many times that they got what do you say, like they didn't get challenged on it, or it didn't end out too badly for them when they made those mistakes. But let's talk about Stay Fresh a little bit here. They have just today announced a roster change. They are bringing in Alex, who I know is playing in this game right here. Alex, Dragon, and Swift. What do you think about these players here, boy?
Making a roster change here, I will assume that the roster has been practicing for a long time, but it'll be an interesting way to see how this match goes with the newly made roster change. Will this make the teams a lot better, and or will the team have a bit of struggles at the start here, maybe struggling with the teamwork and cohesion of the team? Or have they practiced already before and got this stuff down and understand what they want to be doing?
Yeah, it's definitely a very good idea to have already tried out and played a lot with the player you want to bring into the roster before you actually do it. Because if you just like say, oh, this player is really good, let's get him in this team, and if you get him in and then it's just not working, then you've wasted one of your roster changes for the season, and you only have a limited amount of. So if it doesn't work out for them, it's going to be really rough. But I know of working with Alex that he is a very he naturally just fits into pretty much any team. He just kind of fills the role that he needs to do. So I think it's a very, very scary roster change for Wind and Rain.
It will be hard for Wind and Rain to deal with indeed, but I think we should now go into our predictions. So, Nico, who do you have winning here, Wind and Rain or Stay Fresh?
I am actually going to throw a little bit of a curveball, I don't know, because even though Wind and Rain have been looking very solid, I'm gonna go with Stay Fresh here. Stay Fresh have been looking good. I've been really enjoying Swift and Dragon play, and Alex is just an incredibly talented player. So I really see them win this one. I really do.
Well, I am going to go the other way. We just seen a very dominant game here from Wind and Rain, and I think they will keep this dominance up. I will give it to Wind and Rain for this one against Stay Fresh, but I am expecting it to be a lot closer than that last series here. As we've seen, Stay Fresh has been a capable team so far in the league, 2 up at the moment. Wind and Rain equaling that, so this will be a really good match.
It will be a very good match, and I think we shouldn't waste any more time. Let's get this game 1 underway. And let's get game number 1 going here. It is Stay Fresh versus Wind and Rain. And as we have Wind and Rain in the blue and Stay Fresh in the orange. Kieran wins this kickoff. Treefork just takes a shot early, but easily handled by Swift. And now Blaze misses that one, and it's going to be an open for Kieran.
An opening miss from Stay Fresh, not what you want to be seeing here starting off so early in the game. Blaze just flipping too far, getting past the ball, leaving it wide open for Kieran. Wind and Rain start off this game 1-0 up with 10 seconds down.
Yep, and that is a perfect opening if you are Wind and Rain. And now Alex putting this one middle, but straight to Psycho, and Blaze now trying to put this one out of his own half, but it is picked up by Treefork down. Doesn't have his flip, so he can't really do much with that, and it is pinched out of his half now. And Psycho looks for the air carry, hits it off the roof instead. Treefork pushing this one all the way down, but is speed by Alex, and now light shot on target, but easily then Psycho in corner. Well, Swift takes away Blaze now into the middle. Both Alex and Swift are up for this, but nobody actually makes contact. And it's just going to be an easy carry for Psycho out of his corner, but he's challenged by Swift now, and Treefork up to Kieran now. Psycho with a shot, but straight at Swift. Now Kieran, or excuse me, Treefork just takes this one under control. As he gets to Psycho, he lands a 50 and actually manages to get it to the corner. And now Kieran just pushed this one off the backboard, but easily dealt with by Swift, but he is challenged by Treefork here. And a shot from Psycho is just not on target. And Swift here manages to get a good clear out to Blaze, and Swift now with a shot, and Psycho's getting a nice save. And Kieran is pinging this one out, but met by Blaze at the midfield line, and almost on target there from Swift. Let's see what Kieran can do with this ball. Just doesn't make contact with Psycho now. Into the middle, Treefork beats him out. And now Kieran with a shot, and it's gonna go in.
Yeah, Kieran is too fast for these Stay Fresh players. It seems Treefork hitting it down to Kieran, and see Blaze just missing the ball in defence there, not able to get it in time. That's twice we've seen him in a defensive area here. Hoping this doesn't become a common situation with Blaze.
Last time we saw Blaze on stream, he was actually playing really well. He was main offense Stay Fresh, so seeing him make defensive mistakes like that is not what you want to. And now Alex putting this one into the middle. Swift is up for it, but Kieran will just put this one into the side. And with about half of the first game 1 gone here, Boyo, what do you think of this match so far?
So far, once again, I'm repeating myself just like last game. Wind and Rain have so much domination in this midfield. They've had so much domination in the midfield that they just keep getting these shots on net, and defense have to scramble to try and get out of their half for a while. But Wind and Rain are always here to return it. At the moment, there are 6 shots to Stay Fresh 1. It's so much just control of this game here from Wind and Rain, just from resulting their great passing plays that they've got. They've been really smart players here. They've got the good positioning. They're talking well in comms it seems, and they know what each player on the team wants to do, and it's doing.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. They've been very dominant so far, but it's a demo come out with Swift and maybe a little bit of breathing room for Stay Fresh, but no, it is just kept in the orange now. As Blaze gets it out into the Wind and Rain corner, but like straight away just back down the other end, and now Alex up for no one up from Wind and Rain, tries to get it down to Blaze, but met by a Wind and Rain defender. And on the transition here, Swift has to make an awkward save off the wall, but he does manage so, and now it is gone all the way. A nice pass from Alex straight down to Swift, and that is a great play.
Yeah, Alex with an amazing pass down to Swift, sitting in the Wind and Rain's net here, perfectly positioned for that return, and none of the Wind and Rain players able to get that save. Excellent shot placement from Swift, receiving that pass from Alex. Making it 2-1 to Wind and Rain now, making it a lot closer with 1 minute 15 left on the clock.
Yeah, we see Treefork now with double tap opportunity straight down. Now Sakura is up onto the backboard, but not able to score. And a bump from Alex onto Treefork now. Let's see what Swift can do with this ball. He got 100 boost, but Psycho just beats him out to it. And see Alex on the defense manages to get bumped. Now Treefork straight down in front of the net Blazer with a dead 50 and another 50, and he goes straight into his net. No.
Oh, sad to see here for Stay Fresh here, but a nice 50 from Psycho. Nobody in that position to get the save here. Very unexpected 50 loss here, making it 3-1 to Wind and Rain. 50 seconds left on the clock. Going to be a bit harder for Stay Fresh to bring it back, but they have shown that they can do it here. They have the ability, they have the skill to do it, but Wind and Rain will not be for them.
Yeah, but when you are in this Champions division, you can't afford to make 50s like that in front of your own net, and it is gonna cost them a goal here, maybe even the game. Let's see if Stay Fresh can say anything about that now. Kieran with a shot off the backboard now. Alex pinching this one with Blaze all the way into the Wind and Rain side, and Treefork just taking it slow, forcing 50, and Alex to Blaze to Swift off the backboard. Blaze off the backboard again. Alex there. Doesn't hit contact. I think he got faked out by the defense, not hit the ball either. And a flip reset from Psycho manages to get past the defense, and Treefork almost gets it in, but it's a nice save from Alex. Wind and Rain take game 1.
Yeah, Wind and Rain are now 1-0 up in the series. A good game here coming up from Wind and Rain. A very dominant start here. Stay fresh. Did show some glisters of hope here at the end of that game. Getting some a nice goal in, but an unfortunate 50 at the end there. We've seen Stay Fresh have that one last opportunity there in the last 10 seconds. One of the players going for a bump on the goalkeeper, but it was not able to get finished. Making it a 3-1 win to Wind and Rain here. Now, what do we think Stay Fresh need to do to put some pressure on Wind and Rain and just try and claw back at this series?
Stay Fresh needs to get some offense. You see, the Psycho and Treefork both have 4 shots each, and Kieran with 5. You see, Stay Fresh, they only have 4 in total. That is not enough offense. We need to see them make more offense heading into game 2. And heading into game 2 here now. It is a 1-0 for Wind and Rain now, but Stay Fresh didn't look too bad in the game 1. They just need to get some more offense going. And now Psycho with an air carry, but met by Blaze. Has had a car switch here. He's in a Fennec now. Let's see if that could do him something that the Octane couldn't. And Alex now putting it into the blue. And Psycho manages to beat out Swift, and nice flick by Treefork, but a good save from Blaze here. Psycho tries to get off the backboard, but Blaze says no. Here comes Treefork with a shot, but it's just off the crossbar here, and Kieran gets dunked by Swift all the way into the blue, and Psycho now in the corner here. Tries to get carry out, but Blaze there onto the backboard of Wind and Rain. And now Treefork flicks it by 1 and tries to flick it onto the backboard, but Blaze is there to meet the ball. And now Kieran off the ceiling has his flip, but and Alex just misses contact here, and it's a free goal for Psycho.
This is another goal we've seen against Stay Fresh, where we just had a defender whiff the ball, and Psycho perfectly in position for that whiff, getting the goal. An amazing pass coming out from Kieran as well, coming off of the roof. Taking advantage of these Stay Fresh whiffs here, making it 1-0 to Wind and Rain with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, we see Blaze here with an air carry again. Tries to go under Kieran, but he gets a little bit of a touch on it. Now Treefork with a flick past 1, but Alex is there for the save, and now Alex tries to win a 50 against Kieran, but goes straight to Blaze. And now a challenge goes into the mid, but Treefork will keep it in the orange for now. Alex here trying to get out, but just misses contact again, and it's looking rough here, boy. A lot of defensive whiffs from Stay Fresh.
Yeah, Stay Fresh and defense have not been a complimentary words here. We've seen so many whiffs coming out from Stay Fresh, just giving Wind and Rain so many chances to get the goals that they need. Stay Fresh really need to iron out these whiffs and just stop making these very big mistakes. They may be making very little mistakes, but the mistakes they've made have been massive and very costly to the team here. We are seeing Stay Fresh trying to put some pressure back on Wind and Rain, but Wind and Rain are always returning with their own pressure and taking back control when they can. Stay Fresh really need to try and be more creative, maybe get some bump play, maybe get some demos, try and pass it round the Wind and Rain players in ways they won't expect, to try and get it past them here.
Yep. And we see Blaze with the pass out to Swift off the backboard here. Treefork does make contact, but it's straight across his own box, but Psycho hits it up. And Alex go for a shot, but he's shot down by Treefork here. And now Swift, ball in his hood. What can he do about it? Nothing, says Kieran, and gets it all the way into the orange side, but Alex just dunks him and gets it to the blue. Now it's into the middle here. Alex with a 50 on Psycho, and now Swift in the corner battling to get it into the middle, and Blaze just lose a 50 to Kieran there, and it's all the way down into the orange, but Swift with another boomer down, and that's a good pass to Alex, and he will slot this one home.
A great pass there from Swift. That's second time we've seen another pass very similar to this from Stay Fresh, using these creative passing plays to get it past the Wind and Rain team here. Cycle coming off the crossbar, not able to get a touch on the ball. They are unfortunate in this. The Stay Fresh tie it up with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and we have a tight game now, as you said, 2 minutes left, and Alex here tries to push this ball out of the orange, but Treefork says no, and Psycho now off the sidewalk gets demoed by Swift, maybe giving his team a little bit of time now, and Kieran off the sidewalk, Psycho with a good dunk onto Alex, and doesn't find the contact needed to get this one, and now Blaze has a lot of time on this ball, tries to cut Kieran, but just can't get the touch, and now Treefork over Alex. Blaze gets a save by straight out to Psycho, and he will just punish him for passing it to.
Yeah, you cannot be passing to the opposing team in these situations here. It's a very bad clear from Blaze, hitting it straight into Psycho, and maybe this is where we're going to see some of the issues with the communication here. Maybe we're seeing that Blaze wasn't aware of his teammate position, or just there was a bad clear in general, and really they need to iron out these issues if they want to have any chance of competing against these teams here, which they really should be able to.
Yeah, and now we see another shot coming in, a little bit of miscommunication, but they do manage to get the save nonetheless. And now we're into the Wind and Rain corner now. Treefork off the ceiling, doesn't land contact, and Blaze up into the air, but doesn't have enough boost to follow it up. And now Alex just gets beat out, but bumps the opposing opponent away. And now Blaze with a booming clear all the way into the Wind and Rain corner, but it's not really looking like anyone able to follow up on this. Alex now tries to pass to Swift, a good pass, but it's shut down. A double commit in the rain now. Free shot for Blaze. Great save by Kieran now. 15 seconds left. Let's see how Stay Fresh can manage to get him going here. And Psycho now out of his corner. Backflip from Blaze. That's going to buy a lot of time for Wind and Rain. That's into the middle. Now off the backboard. See Blaze. Shot down, but it's not good enough. And it's just a 2-game lead for.
Yeah, we see a last ditch effort there come out from Stay Fresh to tie it up, but the shot was not able to be scored by Blaze. It was very close indeed, but Wind and Rain do take the win 2-1 here. We see Wind and Rain now with 9 shots on the board compared to Stay Fresh's 6, which is a lot closer in terms of shots than last time here, but still Stay Fresh falling behind in the shots department, being 1 goal behind here. Really need to see them pick this up if they want to have any chance of winning this series and bringing up this reverse sweep now.
Yeah, and they really do need to sort out these communication issues, these defensive issues that they've had. Stay Fresh, they are not looking comfortable in defense. They're looking rather good, I would say, on offense, but let's see what they can do heading into game 4. And we're heading into game 3 of Wind and Rain versus Stay Fresh here. And we have, of course, Wind and Rain on game point. If they win this one, they're gonna take the sweep. But Stay Fresh have anything to say about that, they will want to do it. And now Kieran clears this one to the middle. No one is there to challenge him, and Blaze with the save here. Gets it to the middle, but there's no one from Stay Fresh, and a shot from Treefork is just off the mark. Now again into the middle, but no one is there from. And Demo comes out for Swift, and now Blaze into the mid, and he is gonna shoot this one into the goal.
Yeah, nice demo there from Stay Fresh, eliminating that defender. Only one player back here, and it was Treefort. Treefort not able to get the touch on the ball there. Believe just slipping it past him, and Stay Fresh take the lead. 1-0 up with 4 minutes 30 left here, and it's a good start from Stay Fresh. They want to have this lead, and can they hold on to it? We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, they haven't been able to hold on to any sort of lead before. I believe this is actually the first lead that they've had the whole series, so it'll be interesting to see how long they can hold on to this. But Psycho says not for long, and he's already scored a nice double tap here.
Psycho deciding to take matters into his own hands and not let Stay Fresh have any hope at having a lead this game. Touching it off the wall to himself, getting an excellent goal, hitting it past all Stay Fresh defenders. Nobody was expecting that there, but Stay Fresh need to be prepared for the worst here, and that's the game 1-1 tied, game 3.
Yeah, we see some more pressure from Wind and Rain here. Alex tries to get this one out to the side. Kieran into the middle, laces up, beating Psycho, and now Treefort, not the best touch, but he managed to get flick up, so it makes it awkward for the defense. Swift into the Wind and Rain side, and Treefort with a nice double tap off his own corner to get this a little bit out of danger zone. Plays up for the backboard. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with, but now Kieran on the way onto the outside, and now Psycho picks up a 50-50 and just scores again.
Kieran booms it upfield and Swift gets cut, but Kieran is there to intercept. Psycho then left with the shot, and he does get it in once again. Psycho been very good at shooting this series, as we've seen. Very great shot accuracy from him so far, making it 2-1 now to Wind and Rain in this series. As we said, if it's Stay Fresh trying to hold this lead and kind of keep this game in their hands here, so slipping away, but never mind, Alex.
Oh, Alex here just comes off, managed to get the perfect rotation on his car to get this beautiful double tap, boy.
Yeah, what a shot from Alex, just as we criticised Stay Fresh for not able to hold the lead, and what a shot from him
and Alex
to take
again
it
off the
back.
crossbar.
Oh, they're making our job hard here. I'm just trying to talk about this game and they're going to taking shots. But Stay Fresh do tie it up now. 3 minutes left. They are putting so much pressure onto Wind and Rain's defense, and it'll be a hard one to keep going here for Wind and Rain.
And so many demos now from coming out from Stay Fresh, and another shot going in. Swift can't make contact on this. Will bail. Psycho up to Kieran. Can he find the angle? No, it's just off the crossbar and the post, and now back down the other end is Treefort now in his own corner. Managed to get it by Blaze, and now Psycho will boom down, but Swift is there. Now Kieran just carrying this one in the air, just holding it up, and now a bit of miscommunication there. Alex thinking that it was his ball, and now again Swift thinking it was his ball, but Blaze just taking the ball in front of him. And now Swift with a clear here. Blaze will get this one into the corner, but easily intercepted by Kieran. Now Alex tries to pass out to Blaze. Not getting a hit there, but see what Alex can do in the corner here. Misses contact, so but the ball has been in the Wind and Rain side for a bit now. But as I say that, Kieran gets a clear onto the backboard of Stay Fresh, and another demo comes out from Stay Fresh, and taken out into the middle. No one should challenge him there, and Alex pass to Blaze off the backboard, Swift off the corner, and Kieran with it. No one is following from Stay Fresh right now. It seems like they are not willing to commit enough on the offense to get these final touches into the goal. And with a minute left here, what do you think moving forward in this game 3 here, Boyer?
Oh yeah, we're looking at Stay Fresh here and we're seeing them very hesitant to push up here, seeming very worried about their defensive ability here. Not trusting at least one player to stay back. They're trying to keep as many back as possible and just hold off and try and just slip one past Wind and Rain, which does seem to be working for them at the moment. But if they want to try and get another goal, then they're going to have more people up on offense here. But Wind and Rain are in the moment on attack, but Stay Fresh overall. Since this last goal has had so much pressure on Wind and Rain, it's turned this season around so much for them here. They're definitely to have a chance to take this game, and it seems like we could be going to overtime.
Oh, save from Blaze there.
Great save from Blaze. Keeping this game level here. Let's see if Stay Fresh or Wind and Rain can get a goal before the overtime, or if we'll be going to overtime.
That overtime definitely looking very likely, but a good shot from Blaze and great save from Psy here. And now, as Stay Fresh have offense in the counting seconds of game 3 here, it is do or die for Stay Fresh at this point, and it's just gonna drop. We are gonna have overtime in game 3.
Yeah, one more goal and Stay Fresh has lost the series, but one more goal from them and they make it to game 4. This will be a very intense overtime to play for them here, but Wind and Rain are not going to let them away easily here. They're going to put so much pressure on and really try and close this out in 3.
Yeah, and we see now Swift gonna just pick this one up on his own end and hit it off side one. Getting a 50. And Alex onto the backboard. Can't follow it himself, but Blaze is there. Alex now tries to put it, maybe a back pass, but couldn't find anyone. But gets a demo, allowing Swift to come in for the clear. And it was a shot on net, but it wasn't very challenging for Treefork in there. And now Psycho with a carry over most of the defense. Swift there for the clear now. And I would love for Stay Fresh to, when they're looking for these booming clears, trying to find each other and trying to make something of these clears that they're having. But Kieran is there. Nice save from Alex. Very good for him to make them stay alive here. Now Blaze onto the goal now. Not in yet. And 1 minute of overtime has passed here. Boy, what do you think of this overtime for?
Well, we're seeing both teams continue this very tight defense they're playing here. We've seen already a very close saves coming out from both teams here, especially at the ending part of before the overtime. Both teams making these very close saves, making it close and trying to just save as much time as possible on that offense so they can get that goal. But they are playing it risky for sure here.
Oh, good pass into the middle, and Kieran just off the crossbar, not able to finish it off. And now Treefork onto the crossbar as well, not able, Wind and Rain not able to finish their shots right now, and Stay Fresh might be getting lucky here. And now Swift with a 50, straight out to Treefork, gets it off the sidewall, and demo now for Rain. And now Swift gets an awkward shot off the backboard, but Alex pushes this one out into the middle. Can't follow it up, and now Wind and Rain just still on offense, and that's Psycho. Not able to finish this one. Swift in a 1v1 against Kieran. A good flick, and off the crossbar again. And it just seems like both teams can't really finish their shots right now, boy.
Yeah, both teams are struggling to finish, but that could be a testament to both teams' great defense we've seen this overtime. But we do have Wind and Rain on the attack.
Oh.
Not able to finish it again. It's going to be hard here for both teams to try and find it past the defense here, but Stay Fresh will be looking to do it to take this game.
Yeah, and now we see Psycho off the sidewall. Not able to find the contact here. And now Alex trying to extend this, but it's not going to be a touch. And now we have Stay Fresh on the offense, but they're backing away a little bit. They're scared of the counter attack of Wind and Rain here. And now Alex putting it off the backboard. Manages to get a second challenge, but it is not enough to put it home. And now we see Treefork towards the net, but Blaze just gets a challenge this side. And Alex now a soft touch into the mid. Oh, and a great save from Blaze on the goal line. Swift now not able to find contact, but Blaze gets some contact now, and another 1v1, but they just don't do anything with these 1v1s they're having on Wind and Rain. And we see now Blaze not able to get contact on the challenge against Treefork, and Alex just putting this one middle. And now it is just been all Wind and Rain these last like 30 seconds, and it looks to keep on going right now.
Yeah, we are now 4 minutes into overtime, and Wind and Rain have been showing so much dominance lately. We keep seeing Stay Fresh going for these one plays, trying to dribble it upfield and flick it past the defender, but they've not been able to do so. Close one there, Wind and Rain still not able to finish it. It's going to be difficult here for Stay Fresh. Wind and Rain, so much pressure here. Stay Fresh really trying to turn this around and take this game. We're approaching the 5-minute mark. Almost another game worth of time has been played here, and still not a single goal has been scored this overtime.
Yeah. And now it is Stay Fresh that has a little bit of offense right now, but Psycho snatches the 100 boost off the ceiling, hits it past the 3-fork, but can't really get much on touch, and now Blaze with the flick up over, but Kieran is there for to stop, and now Blaze again off the ceiling. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. Fakes out one and 3-fork with a miss here, and Psycho now into the middle. Alex is up, gets challenged. It's onto the sidewall. It's not over all of Stay Fresh, but Swift manages to get back to it in time. Kieran now up and over. Alex down, but Psycho is there, and a whiff from an upgrade save from Swift now on the goal line. Very intense saves right now. It's gone very back and forth these last 30 seconds, and we've had more than 2 games of Rocket League worth of 1. Boy, oh my, this is an intense overtime.
Yeah, these teams are not making us want to have fun watching this here. They are making it very close indeed, terrifying us of who will be the one to score first. So many close goal line saves are coming out from both teams here, and still not a single goal has been scored. We do have Wind and Rain on the attack, getting it past one, but Kieran can't finish it. Wind and Rain, just so much pressure, but Stay Fresh have been retaliating good enough at times to put the pressure on.
And a bit of miscommunication on the Wind and Rain side now. Tries to pass in, but no one is there for Stay Fresh now. Alex with Psycho up dead 50 into the middle. Now 3-4 up to Psycho, not in, but Kieran is there for the finisher, and it's at 6 minutes and 36 seconds of overtime is what it took for Wind and Rain to get the 3-0 win over Stay Fresh.
6 minutes 36 seconds of overtime. Wind and Rain finishes the series 3-0. Great pass from Psycho to Kieran off the backboard. The Stay Fresh players just not able to make it in time, and Wind and Rain take the game and take the series in a sweep. See here, dominance came out from Wind and Rain at the end of that overtime. So much offense came out here, and eventually they were able to get the goal. We had Wind and Rain a total of 19 saves, and Stay Fresh staying close with 14. A very highly offensive match here. Both teams played very well, but Wind and Rain were able to close it out when it mattered.
Yes, indeed. Wind and Rain just proving why they are such a dominant team as they are. Getting 2 3-0s on stream today, but definitely had to work a little bit harder for the second here, I feel like. But as we see now, we don't have any more Rocket League for you today. This was our last series of the day. Once again, thank you, Faded, for streaming these games, and thank you, Boyo, for casting with me.
Yeah, it was a good cast and good games we saw just there, and that some very good games here. It may have been 2 sweeps, but it was very close that last series here. I was very surprised to see that come a sweep. Thought Stay Fresh would have took one, but they did a sweep for Wind and Rain. Very happy with themselves with that one.
Yeah, and of course, thank you for Drama Alert for sponsoring this season of ECC, and this has been all from us today. Thank you, everyone.